Oh, hello. In today's video, I bring you the news that the Q2 2023 Kill Team Balance Dataslate is coming at some point next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. We're going to talk about how we know this, and then I'm going to speculate out what's going to be in it. So the first and most important question is, how do I know? Well, it's buried at the very bottom of the coming soon next week article. So if you are familiar with Games Workshop's marketing timetable, they always drop a Sunday evening article that tells you what's going to be on pre-order next week on Saturday. Nothing for 40k at all, or any 40k related property. It's all Age of Sigmar and a Blood Bowl, but if that's stuff that you're interested in, go and check the article out, by all means. Right down at the bottom of the article, though, there's this little gem. I'll read it dramatically. Over on the Warhammer community, the articles will continue to flow, bringing news of an online preview, a balanced data slate for Kill Team, more details of Dawnbringers in Age of Sigmar, a new Black Library reveal, and plenty more besides. So, two things of interest to us there, really. A balanced data slate for Kill Team, the subject of this video, also an online preview. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. So, that's the factual part of the video over. These aren't rumours, these aren't leaks, I know nothing. It's time to put on, you haven't seen it in a while. Yes, it's the speculation hat. Amazing. Amazing. It's too hot, and I've had to close the window and the door to record a video, so hopefully this won't cause me to die of heat exhaustion. Let's get on to the predictions. So what's going to get buffed? The Adeptus Arbites, hopefully, are going to get buffed. So the Adeptus Arbites, I think this is the strong of the three predictions that I'm going to make now. The Adeptus Arbites getting a buff is the one that I feel strongest about. It's a brand new artisanal, to adopt that language, team, you know, as in it's a totally new plastic kit for Kill Team, whose sales, I get, and Games Workshop are that mercenary, right, whose sales depend on them being pretty good in the game that they're for, like, more than anything else. And basically, you know, I'm not leaning on my own knowledge here. Basically, everybody, like, I think it is uncontroversial to say Adeptus Arbites right now are terrible. They're absolutely terrible. They need a buff. What's the buff going to be? I'd love to see the sniper rifle get buffed. I think it's pointless right now. I think it needs to be more damaging. It needs to be more in line with the sniper rifles that other teams have, right? I don't really understand what the Adeptus Arbites' main problems are, but I'd definitely love to see the sniper rifle get buffed. And maybe I'd want to give them an extra wound. Yeah. And what else? The trouble is, I'd be tempted to make the dog free, to give them an extra miniature, right? Like they did for the Commandos recently, because nobody's taking the dog. But they won't do that because it's the thing where they don't like to buff outside what's in the box. So if you release and you're a box and there's 10 guys in the box and the kill team's 6 or 7 or 8, you can get an extra model added in. I'm pretty sure, though, that the way I should have looked this up before I hit the record button, but I'm pretty sure the way Arbites are written, it's in 11 model team, right? So if you get that second box, you can replace the dog, but with the one box that you have, you're forced to take the dog. So if I'm wrong, and it's a 10 model team, then yeah, they should absolutely make the dog free. Take the handler, get a free dog with him. That'd be another thing that I'd do. I'm sure, look, you don't come here for the technical know-what. You come here for the prognostication and the good humour, right? Thousand Sons. I think Thousand Sons are struggling. Thousand Sons seems like they've been struggling for a while. They need something. I'm not totally convinced I know what Thousand Sons need. I think, in a very real sense, didn't their movement get clarified recently in a way that really badly nerfed them, right? I think they need their movement looking at. I think that might be on Rubique. I think that may be the problem with Thousand Sons. I don't actually, whenever I play against Thousand Sons, they kick my ass. And they seem to be quite popular, but it's just if you look at the stats, they really are down there. So I'm less confident about that only because Games Workshop, like, they might have forgotten or not care so much about the sort of the White Dwarf teams as much as they do about the bespoke. Sorry, Thousand Suns are a bespoke team, about the artisanal teams, the Kill Team exclusive plastic kits. But I'm reasonably confident both of these will get a buff. Let's move on to nerfs. The only nerf that I really want to say might happen is intercessors again. Just, if you look at the data, intercessors do reasonably well. Ace, Spanish Ace, one of the best kill team players in the world, has, I don't know how much input he has onto these articles, because they read like every other Goonhammer article, but he has the byline on them. But he puts them in S tier, right? Alone in S tier. That was a recent article over on Goonhammer. Certainly, not that it means much, but my own experience playing intercessors, I often get absolutely rinsed by them. But it's really hard, because Games Workshop would like there to be an easier to run starter team that's great for onboarding the experienced and new players, right? So they really want you to play intercessors and have a good time and decide that Kill Team's the game for you. The trouble is, at the moment, it's not just new players playing them. Experienced players are playing them and doing really well. Now, if you ask me to know what they need to change on intercessors, I think they need to lose wounds. I think they just have too many wounds. Why do they have so many wounds? Can they just give them all? Just give them all. Is that mad? It seems like an insane thing to say. Just give them one less wound. Just take a wound off them. Take 2 wounds off them. Do they need that many wounds? Let me know in the comments. Do intercessors need that many wounds? Right? Because anything else that you do to them, I don't want to fundamentally destroy the way they play. They have very powerful shooting, right? They have abilities. The abilities have already been looked at, right? I just take a wound off them all. Just one wound. See what that does. Granular, gradual. You don't want another, it's infamous now, isn't it, in the Killzone community, the AdMech thing where they were awful and then they were the best team in the game and they had to be changed again. Just take a wound off them all, see what that does. Maybe that's insane. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe you think I'm insane. Let me know in the comments. But could intercessors lose a wound across the board? Wow. What's probably not changing? So right now, you're probably shouting Beastman, Chaos Cults, and Leagues of Votan at the screen. You're probably doing it like Captain Kirk, right? You're going, Beastman, right? Because that's the team to hate at the minute. I get it. And absolutely, this is not me saying that Beastman, Chaos Cults, or Leagues of Votan are fine, right? So I think I probably agree that Beastman and Chaos Cults needs a nerf and that Leagues of Votan need a buff. But if Games Workshop sticks to past form, these will not be changed this Balance Dataslate. They will have to wait till the next Balance Dataslate, which is precisely the reason that this previous Balance Dataslate that we're currently on didn't touch Arbites, and Arbites have been waiting for a long, long time. Now, we're in a weird place because we've had this extra box, Ashes of Faith, kind of dropped in there between Gallo 4 and the Balance Dataslate. So maybe Votan and Beastman will get looked at, but not Chaos Cults. But I'm not expecting any of these things to change. If they do some kind of nerf to Beastman or Chaos Cults, it'll be like, because it's an emergency nerf, because they're just steamrolling every event they go to. But I stick by what I said a long time ago. I don't think Games Workshop really understands the problem with all melee teams, because I think there is a disconnect between the terrain that they are playing on and the terrain the community is playing on, and they think maybe we'll see, that would be the absolute dream. Just sticking a Balanced Dataslate. Look, these are some more concrete guidelines on how we're laying out maps when we test the game, and you can go and ignore them if you want, but this is how we play. Are you playing like this? If you are, then great, and if you aren't, maybe that's why the close combat teams are doing ridiculously well. I don't know. I don't feel like I inhabit the top level echelons of razor edge play to know what the terrain differences would even be, but it is my piece of speculation. Until it's disproved, I'm sticking with it. So I don't think those 3 teams are going to get touched. Again, it's not me saying I don't think they need to get addressed. That if I'm talented at anything when it comes to this YouTube channel, it's looking at the patterns that Games Workshop draws and going, well, they did this last time, so they're going to do it again. Games Workshop, I've said it before, Games Workshop loves a pattern. right? You look at what they've done, you look at what they're going to do, they have a pattern, they don't like to deviate from it. Now, I could be wrong, because like I say, Ashes of Faith messed up the pattern. But I don't think these teams are going to get touched. There is a curveball that I want to add in, though. Tempestus Scions, Compendium Scions, beloved by some, the subject of much memery, you know, with the ballistic skill, the Kazakin and the Scions, and now does this mean that canonically in the lore, the Scions are better than the Kazakin because they've got better ballistic skill? So Scions were changed considerably in the Inquisition list. They were given -1 ballistic skill across the board, and they also gained, it wasn't just a nerf, they gained a proper medic operative rather than having medic as a piece of equipment. So I could see both of those changes being retroactively patched into the compendium, or they just publish a whole new list for Scions with those changes in and then just say this replaces the existing list, or use the datasheet when forming a Scion team, use these datasheets, or whatever they want to say. But I think they could make that change. Now, it's weird. It's not really a balance change. I don't think Compendium Scions are really a factor when they're looking at the balance of the game. I think, like a lot of commentators on YouTube, GW are ignoring the Compendium. But they do like their... what's that word? Ludonarrative synergy, right? They like things that have rules in the game that represent the lore on the tabletop, right? So I just think they're going to apply the ballistic skill nerf to Scions just so people stop saying, and it sounds stupid to say, just so people stop saying online, so canonically then the Scions are trained to a higher level than the Kazakin. No. I think they want to make it very clear that they've made a mistake, and that the Scions have to go down to BS3 for that reason. And it's a weird thing. I don't think, for people who are interested in the Balance Dataslate because they're a Razor Edge game player of tournament visiting and Razor Edge top tables, edge razoring, right? They're going to read that and go, why have they bothered at wasting printer ink on that, right? What's the point? But for us, Scions aren't top table material, blah, blah, blah. But for us mere mortals, it's like, it's quite interesting. It just alters the way that you conceive of the game world. So I think that there will be people in Games Workshop that are unhappy with the way that there's now two different kinds of Scions, and the Compendium Scions are better than the Scions the Inquisition have, and that doesn't make sense. So I think they might cascade those changes down, and I'm sure someone somewhere that's been running Scions for like almost 2 years at this point is going to be really sad, and they should focus on the positive because they'll gain a proper medic operative. And that's it. That was a short one today because we've been blessed by the Sunday evening Games Workshop marketing splurge. Blessed me with something to talk about, right? And they're always quick, easy, and useful videos. What do you think of my predictions, right? Do you think I'm way off? Do you think that I'm about right? Do you have any predictions of your own? Do you really think something else is going to happen here, there, and everywhere? Leave those predictions in the comments, okay? Now, this online preview, we're getting Season 3, September, October, or November time. Season 3 Box 1, it's about right if we're getting a preview next month. They like to preview things 3 months out. It's about right to get a Season 3 tease. Now, it could be a Season 3 tease that's like, here's one model from one team, like here is a striking Scorpion, right? That's possible. What I really want to know about is the terrain, Games Workshop, alright? Think terrain, please. But we could see something for Kill Team in the preview. We've still got, potentially coming out imminently, we've got an annual, right? So we need to learn if we're getting anything new in the annual. I know there are people still waiting for the Hand of the Archon, the Leagues of Votan, and the Inquisition separate releases as well, okay? So we're expecting those anytime now as well, alright? I think that's it. So if you like the video... Oh, sorry. For those people that stay right till the end, and this is on a comment to a video somewhere else, but I have received a rumour, and it's public, and you can go and find it in one of my comments. I've received a rumour from someone that I rank as a highly credible source that there is going to be an Orc team in Season 3. So if you go back and watch my Season 3 predictions, you'll remember that I said I thought one of the teams might be the Death Watch. Scrub that, because that's the one I was least confident about, and try and insert in there somewhere an Orc team, probably with an upgrade sprue, I think, right? I mean, maybe it's a whole new bespoke team, but it was pointed out to me by someone else that, Beast Snaggers would take an upgrade sprue, and they'd work in the jungle. Jungle Orcs. Jungle Orcs. Right? Comment down below if you'd like to see Jungle Orcs, not that it will change anything. Yeah, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, really helpful if you're not subscribed. Join the Discord, link in the bottom. If you're buying things, Element Games, link in the bottom. And if you want to become a member of the YouTube channel, there's a join channel button there, and there's a little video that will come up and tell you about what you get and don't if you choose to join the channel. Alright, thanks guys, have a great one, and I will see you for the live stream on Tuesday. Bye bye.